G'day, and welcome to G More Life. Today, I'm going to be showing you how to make a relatively cheap or possibly even free deer feeder. So let's get right into this. First of all, you're going to need a barrel. I got a 55-gallon drum here that cost me about 20 bucks. And you're going to need something to cut with. Got a grinder with a cutting wheel, eye protection, hand protection, have ear protections also for that. Something to measure with, something to mark off lines, and a marker. So let's go and get into it. All right, first thing we're going to want to do is measure the bottom of our can from the lip, because when we're cutting, we don't want to cut below the bottom of the floor of the barrel, because it's going to mess up and allow water and stuff to get in there weird. So what we're going to do, we'll measure, and I come out with 5/8. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to about 6/8 and make a mark. All right, I measured about 6/8. Now we're gonna put some tape here so we'll have a line. I have my glove on. It's gonna make it a little harder to tape with. Okay, there's the bottom of our triangle. Let's put a couple of marks 2 inches apart. And now I'm just gonna measure up about 2 inches, what I think is the top of the triangle, which I guess would make a isosceles triangle. I guess that's what you call it. All right. I've got all my safety gear on, got some gloves, eyes, and ears. So let's go on and cut this. Now, if I cut a little past the lines, that's okay. Because once we cut this triangle out here and we get corn flowing out of this, if we need to, you can bend the edges of the triangle to adjust the flow rate of your corn. And we'll get to that. And if we need to make adjustments, I'll show you how to do it. So if I cut a little bit past the lines, that's all right. Got your one triangle for the hole. Now we just got to do one for the other side. Nice little hole. So I've already cut the other side now. Show you what it looks like here. Got some triangle holes on the bottom. So, okay. What I didn't mention earlier, that it works better that if you replace the barrel up on some pavers to allow for maybe like kind of like an area for them to eat the corn, get some up off out of the ground a little bit. You're also probably wondering, well, what's going to keep you from getting knocked over? If you're worried about your pigs and if you have a bear problem about getting in these barrels, what you can do, I'll see if I can put a picture of it up there, but you can take anchor points, screw it into the ground either side, and run a strap over this barrel, and it will lock it down to the ground, and it's virtually, I would call it bear proof. But I'm not going to show you here on the concrete how to do that. What I am going to do, I'm going to pour corn in here, and because I know you got a question like, well, how does the rest of all that corn get out of there? Well, in this setup, I have not put in a baffle or a floor that would allow for two sides in here, like a piece of metal that would be a TP or a cone to allow it to flow out. I'm just not going to worry about it. I'm going as cheap and as quick, as easy as I can do, and I just cut holes. So what I am going to do, I'm going to put corn in here, and I'm going to pull all the corn away and see how much corn ends up being left in the barrel, just so you have an idea how much could potentially get stuck in the barrel. And if you clean it out, once a season or something, or like if I get down there and the thing's basically empty, I may even just pour it upside down and dump the corn out on the ground, because it is a gravity feeder. You got corn on the ground anyways. So that's my thoughts behind it. So without further ado, let's pour in 50 pounds of bag of corn in here and see how it works. And lovely. A friend of mine brought me some corn back. He said it might be full of weevils and what all. So he's right. This corn has got a bad batch of bugs in it. I'm not even going to pour it out here on my concrete right now. I'm going to get another bag of corn. All right. Here's my other corn. We'll give this a try. Oh yeah, it looks so much better. The other stuff was all kind of looked moldy and had big bugs crawling around on it. I'll go set that up and specifically feed the hogs with it. All right. Now I don't remember how much this barrel holds. I'll flash it up after I go get this done and have it on the screen up here somewhere. So as you can see, it works out the side here. And 50 pounds just barely even gets to the top of those to the top of the openings there. So let's go on and pretend like we're a deer and clear out some of this. All right. It's already basically to the edge of it. Now that's flowing out of there fairly good. So like I said, it's already down. I can stick my finger in here and barely even touch corn. But when you go out and you start playing with it, if it's not flowing as well as you want it to, you take a pair of pliers or something and you bend the edges of the triangle out. Or if it's flowing too fast, you push it in and it'll slow it down. So see what it does on this side. All right. So it's gonna, if you don't put a baffle in there, it's gonna hold a majority of a 50-pound bag at the bottom. So just be prepared for that. I'm accepting that as a loss, but when the barrel gets down that low, I'll actually just probably dump that out on the ground and let the deer and the pig eat it, and I'll put in fresh corn. Well, it's obvious that a baffle or a cone would be better in this in the setup like this to get the rest of the corn out here. But if you're trying to just go cheap, quick, and easy, this is a simple design and can help you get get corn out on the ground. Um, for me, this is going to work for right now. I may at a later date go on and design or put a cone in these, and if I get around to doing that, I'll make a video of it. So in the meantime, if you like this video, found anything useful about it, please like, subscribe. If you got any comments, questions, concerns, please leave them below. And as always, thank you for watching.